Wrestled forward. It's picked up there by Roberts on the outside. For Anthem we go. Malachi Esdale, a winger. Scooped up once again. Connor Mooneyham works around the outside. He's just shy of the try line on a touch. Mooneyham had such a big debut in week 1 against California on his 30th birthday, there's going to be plenty of time to get both those players involved. Warner scoops it out. The absence of J.P. Smith today. Going to see how slotted 7 of his 8 kicks at goal. Finds it here. 3 more for Seattle as Andre Warner recovered it. Played forward there for Michael Hann and Mark Bennett. This is, wow, except with hair. Good hair. Seattle will play forward. Andre Warner, the scrum half to handle, and kicked way off. You think that was a miss hit there?
That seems to be the theme early on in this game.
Slightly out of sorts. Warner works back. Played down by Mark Bennett. Working around the outside. Nicely done. Here's Divan Rousseau. Making waves for the Seawolves. Lined up, and it's through. Tom Pittman carrying forward here for Anthem. Malachi Esdale also carried through, and Divan Rousseau lets that one fly back to the 22.
That may be a 50-22. I always forget to look to see where they kicked it from, but that is a thumping kick.
Yeah, no doubt.
And let's see which arm the touch judge puts out. Yes, I think it was a 50-22. This tackle, though, is enough to lift your team. Esdale on Boyer. Boy, oh boy. Sit down. And it created the turnover as well. Great look here. What an angle. And Boyer, really not much he could do there. Did extremely well to keep it in, but it ended up in the hands. But this is a 50-22, and this is a massive kick. So Seattle kicked it downfield through Rousseau, and they've come up with the ball again.
Line out high in the air, caught on by one hand. Oh, wow, Ezekiel Lindenmuth. A try for Seattle. They storm back into the lead. Part of the MLR first 15 last week for his effort. Picks up right where he left off.
And Joey, that looked way too easy for Lindenmuth, I got to say. I mean, he's a frightening man to try and tackle, but you need a better effort than that. Perhaps just a little deception created it. We'll have another look at it in a second, but for now...
That was good stuff right there. Easy one for Kutzer.
And Anthem have done that to Seattle as well. So they really, both teams need to be wary after they score any points to keep that concentration for the following kickoff.
Kutzer.
Wait, more.
Up top for Herbst.
In the middle.
Good push from Seattle. Breaking away is Patty Ryan. Into the corner. And Seattle storms right back into the lead.
Once again, that fight back, instantaneous from Seattle. That shows the class and experience. They needed to be technical as well, so capitalizing from that kickoff with a perfect line out. Paddy Ryan, what about the strength of the big number 7? He's made some big hits today as well and showing how handy he is right through the middle there. Just not ready for that.
Aggressive scrum to start out. Easy one here for Andre Warner. Played back there for Mark Bennett.
Come back for the advantage.
Handled there by Herbst, and Reno works back, and it's still possession here for Seattle. Just a couple meters away from that 5 mark. Warner to Redling-Heiss. Mono Redling-Heiss.
No tackle yet. Tackle, leave it blue, no hands.
Look at the legs churning on the touchline. Assistant referee. So Seattle a chance to play it back, at least for the moment. And a penalty, be awarded back to Anthem. You saw him score the try earlier. Nick Boyer will work out of that scrum. Tuamoliloa wrestles his way forward. Seattle just trying a line break. Rieker Hadding.
The challenge is for the tackle on the number 2 white, or is it for the clear up on number 4?
We're looking at it right now. That was it.
There was head contact and there was foul play. It's not a high degree of danger, and there is mitigation because there's other tacklers in the area. So we'll just go back for a penalty only. The try will not stand. It's going to be a free kick to white.
On a free kick for Seattle.
Yeah.
Boyer's just going to pooch it to himself and keep possession. Another chance for a line break.
Play on.
This is Devon Rousseau.
Tackle!
Wrestled down there by Connor Mooneyham.
Back 10.
And the 14. Trying to recover on defense. Nice flip.
Ducked into it, no foul
Over to Mark
play.
Bennett. Played down
Advantage,
here for
slowing it
Seattle
down
once
off the
again.
feet. Number 8, blue.
Warner. Mataele. And a line break here.
Advantage over.
It's Davey Kutzer on the run to Warner once again. Perhaps retribution for Seattle. They're right up against it. And it's played down for a try.
Lost control of the ball.
Oh, hold on.
And then regather. It's going to be a scrum down. Blue ball.
That's endearing, but somebody's got to. Agreed, though. This has been one heck of a matchup. I feel like both these teams, Mark, like you said, been playing even. But Seattle in this second half feels like they've gained a ton of momentum, even despite not coming away with either opportunity that they've nearly scored. For different reasons as well.
Yeah, you say that, but I can't help thinking that had Anthem not made the mistakes they've made, they wouldn't have allowed Seattle to capitalize.
Devon Rousseau sits a man down. He finally gets tackled just ahead of the halfway line.
Bind! Sit!
21-18 our counter Sunday matinee.
Don't change your bind, 1.
It's been physical today. Back and forth in that first half. Been a bit that way with Andre Warner with the entry. Oh, scrum loss handle, huh? That ball's still around. Bites at the cherry, the phrase he used earlier.
Not rolling.
For a chance for a try. Can they break through once more? This is Reno Herbst carried down. Andre Warner, that falls right in the basket.
Advantage over.
Of Kutzer.
Playing advantage lock on.
Played back, that ball's still alive for Roberts. This is Mooneyham.
Advantage over.
Working through and being tackled. Whoa!
6.
Will Sherman got thrown over the turnbuckle there.
It's a penalty against
Wrestling
you,
style.
It's a penalty against you, so please back up.
Stay with Anthem.
6. Yeah, it was a knock advantage.
On a rattling ice.
Yeah, you've lifted a play, he's landing on back day.
One heck of a takedown.
Advantage was over.
Now finding themselves in week 3 ahead of Seattle. There's a whole lot of rugby to be played here, especially if you get a line break like Patty Ryan has had here today. Can the Seawolves muscle through? It's Rieker Hadding.
What a try saver.
A couple of times Anthem's done that to the Seattle group. Boy, it started to feel like the gates opening here for the Seawolves. Unable to come up with it. Warner through. Luamanga with a line break.
Advantage offsides.
Nick Boyer
13.
holds it up.
Advantage
And
over.
Devon Rousseau on the run. That'll count for Seattle, huh? Needed it, and they get 5 more. Right back in this thing, Mark.
Certainly are, Joey. You see how hungry they are and desperate, in fact, to get back in the game. Being denied moments earlier by a try saver from Pittman, but bouncing right back thanks to this run from Calvin Louis Lamanga.
That's exactly what this team could do as well. When they feel like they're in good positioning, they got some good footing. Mark Bennett knocks it through. Another 2 here for Seattle. Whole new ball game with 10 minutes to go.
The conversion kick is good by Mark Bennett.
Seattle chasing history to be the winningest franchise in MLR history today. More importantly, keep their undefeated record alive. Anthem looking for their second win in franchise history. They've never beaten Seattle in their 3 matches, this being the 4th. They've cut it to 6. We've seen a couple different instances where either side, part of the USA Extended Player Squad in 2025.
You guys were also on a warning, so it's going to be a yellow card for you.
And a yellow card awarded there
Just wait, just wait. Red card.
to Lerome White.
Even though he's got the yellow
Been
card.
on the game for such a long time.
Well, he'll feel better.
You're right.
Not that good.
Right.
Wait.
We know Clarkey.
Wait.
What a competitor.
Angle number 3. You've gone in. Yep, you've gone underneath and through.